Hey guys, Joe here and welcome back for another episode. Today I'm at Town Hall 9 and I'm revamping a strategy and creating a whole new thing called the Super Knife. Basically what I've done is I've taken the Super Queen farming strategy and I've combined it with the Goblin Knife. And if you're unfamiliar with the Goblin Knife, that's more focused on Dark Elixir farming only. You can get other resources with it, however, it kind of lulls out once you get to the core of the base. However, by adding the Super Queen, it really opens up the horizons on farming in general, whether you're after elixir, gold, or dark elixir. And basically my goals at Town Hall 9 have kind of changed a little bit. I'm still working on upgrading this Archer Queen. As you can see here, she's only a level 21 and I really want to get her to level 30 in the next couple months. However, I've also started the level 10 wall grind. So in order to make this strategy happen, you must have your Archer Queen, and if she's currently upgrading and you need to get Dark Elixir, go check out a couple of videos that I'm going to link down in the description below. One by Clash with Ash, and then another by Claws Gaming. They have really good strategy guides on how to do the Goblin Knife in conjunction to the one that I made a couple months ago. So, back to the Super Knife. As you can see here, I got the Archer Queen down in the south working, and then up in the north, I have got the Giants down, and I've taken away the Archers and replaced them with the Wizard, because I want a little bit more bang for my buck, and I want the high DPS from the Wizard to assist those Giants by getting in and opening up the funnel in order to drop my Goblins and get them to the core. So as you see here, I send a couple of Scout Goblins in order to get rid of those storages, and then I send the mass bulk in. They go straight in, drop that rage, and get in there and get that Dark Elixir and that Town Hall at the same time. So a couple of key notes to take into consideration before I show you this strategy is understanding your own experience level with the Goblin Knife or Queen Walking. If you're unfamiliar with each, take your time, pick easier bases, and don't rush in and get greedy. Greed tends to be the ultimate killing factor when it comes to these farming strategy guides. Picking tough bases or bases beyond your level is what tends to frown or shy you away from wanting to try out different strategies. So quickly, let's go over the composition here. I got 10 Giants, 8 Wall Breakers, 10 to 11 Wizards, 4 to 5 Healers, your choice, 40 plus Goblins. The Clan Castle can be whatever you want it to be. 2 Rages, 1 Heal, 1 Jump, and 2 Poisons. So as this one gets rolling, I want you to take note that one of those Rages is always for your Archer Queen, okay? So you don't necessarily need 2 Rages for the Goblins portion. All you really need to do is keep the Queen alive in order to open up a wide enough funnel in order to get your Goblins to go to the core of the base if that's the type of base you're addressing. Now, with that being said, this strategy is versatile. It doesn't necessarily have to be a traditional Goblin Knife where you send the Goblin straight to the core. You can use this strategy for those abandoned bases where the mines and elixir pumps are full. So in this replay here, I have the Queen working on the southeastern side of the base, or most eastern side of the base, working on taking out the enemy Archer Queen. But if you also take notice that the air defenses are reachable to the Archer Queen, and she can get in there and get them before she loses the healers. Now, if you pay attention to the south, I'm starting to trickle in some Giants because that cannon was an easy deterrent for them. And there's possibly a spring trap there, so I didn't want to lose a lot of my Giants. I only took a gamble on 3 or 4 of them. But I also took advantage of this natural funnel in this base. And what the defender fails to realize is that that funnel there actually provides as a great hole for the Goblins to actually go straight to the gut to his Town Hall and his Dark Elixir storage. So I send the bulk of Giants up through there, dropping the heal spell because I really need them to stay alive for the main portion of the Goblin Knife itself. And then I use the Wizards down there to clean up the lower left side of the base in order for the Goblins to actually funnel. And then the Barbarian King actually decides that he wants to go south and help them out. And then I start trickling in those Goblins and they go straight to the core under Rage with the jump spell and get the Town Hall and the Dark Elixir storage. Now, This is where the Super Queen portion actually comes in pretty handy, because at this point in the raid, most Goblin Knives end right about here, where the Goblins go to the core, grab what you're after, and then it's basically all over once they hit those Wizard Towers, and that splash damage destroys them. However, as you can see here, the Archer Queen is still at work with those healers on her. She's taking out the remaining defenses around that core, and then as you pay attention to the Wizards in the south, they're also cleaning around, and with the assistance of that Barbarian King, and we'll end up pulling off a lot more resources off this base than just Dark Elixir. So as you see here, the Wizards are finishing up on that storage down in the south. The Archer Queen and the core is working on that other storage, and the Wizards actually get over there and get that remaining Dark Elixir pump or drill, and get the remaining Dark Elixir that was on this base in the first place. So now for the versatility of this strategy, as this one wraps up, this strategy also works great on those abandoned bases which most of us farmers love to find. We find these bases that are clearly abandoned or haven't been touched in a while, and we have full mines and full elixir pumps. And so basically what I do here is I start out with a different approach. I'm not focused so much on getting the goblins to the core, but I really want to just continue to get as much of these resources as I possibly can. And the Archer Queen is up there working in the north, and she'll start working her way south in just a moment. It's a little bit of a slow process, and the more you use your queen, the more you'll understand her AI. And if you're fully unaware of how that works, I have a 3-part video series on how the Archer Queen works and the best way to maneuver her. Please go and check those out, and hopefully those will help you out a little bit better at getting better at maneuvering the queen, because she is amazing at opening a very large funnel for your troops to get into the core of these bases and take as many resources as possible. Sure, we could hit this with all goblins and get everything in the mines and pumps on the outside of the base. However, if you pay attention to how much is available on this base, you can clearly tell that there's a large percentage still in the gold storages and in the elixir storages. So really, I want to try to get as much off this base as possible, and using all goblins is not going to get that done, because this base is very much still alive. We have the expos still loaded, and we still have resources still available all over the place. So as you can see here, I got the queen going into the core of the base. I've actually cracked her in one compartment and was able to crack open that second compartment. And then I bring the giants in from the south along with the wizards, and I'm still holding on to my goblins because I don't really feel a need to send them into the core of this base. I feel like the giants, the Barbarian King, the Archer Queen, and those wizards can get that done. And what I end up doing with the goblins is I actually save them for the upper half of the base, where I have gold mines and elixir pumps still full of resources. So instead of sending the goblins straight to the core of the base, I end up using them in the north instead, and actually collecting the remaining resources on the outside of the base up there. And then also over in the far west, there's also another elixir pump that was full. But pay attention to these giants in the south. I have a few goblins left over, another elixir storage right there in that southern compartment. So as those giants crack into that compartment, the queen is still up in the north working, but as those giants move in to distract that cannon, I send the remaining goblins in to take out that elixir storage. The Archer Queen is still in the north, still collecting gold, and I get almost all of the resources off this base, a lot more than what I would have gotten with a mass goblin attack. So let's go ahead and get in here and actually do a live raid. I want to actually show you doing this one myself, opposed to just teaching it. So picking and choosing the bases that you're going to hit with this strategy, or the Goblin Knife for that matter, are it's up to you and your experience level what you're going to take. So there's 1300 there, we got 2802 here, but there's just not enough. I don't like these ring bases. Let's not go after these ring bases. Try to stay away from the ring bases because your goblins have too many deterrents there. Let's go ahead and go to the next one here. We got centralized Dark Elixir there. Don't like that one. Okay, this one's worth a look. We got all the resources, it looks like, in the core of the base. This is an interesting design because he wants me to do a queen walk or just drop my troops and for them to go all the way around the outside of the base. This is kind of one of those dead zone type bases where the giants go around the outside of the base. Or yeah, let's go ahead and drop our queen up here by this town hall. I think I'm just bringing it in from the town hall, and then I'll split this base in half. So as I drop my queen and my healers here, they're going to walk right into that air defense and take this air defense out right here. And yeah, let's go ahead and let her work a little bit. And really, I think I'm just going to do a traditional goblin knife here with the archer queen, clearing out a large sum of this base, or a quarter of this base over on this side. That way they go straight to the core and get rid of all these deterrents. So now she's working on the town hall, and I'll see if I can try to crack her into this core of this base. So let's go ahead and let her finish up on that town hall first. Alright, town hall's down. Pretty simple on doing that. Let's go ahead and get the wall breakers, and I'm going to try to get her into the core of this base instead of letting her walk around the outside. Not too many point defenses here. We're pretty good to go. She's moving. Oh man, the wall breakers just got crushed by that mortar, so I can't really gamble on that one again. Yeah, let's go ahead and start working on getting these giants into the core of the base. Go ahead and get a rage down to get her health back up, and I'm going to drop these giants in, and followed up by the wizards and the Barb King. And let's go ahead and get this jump spell down to the core of the base. Let's let those giants work a moment. Get a heal spell down to preserve the giants as they work their way in and get in on that Barbarian King. And I'm going to take care of this gold mine over here on the right side. Let's get a rage down, and let's go ahead and get those goblins into the core of the base. So I'm just going to use 2 fingers on this one. Really no need for 3. It'll go pretty fast. Alright, the goblins are in. Straight to the core. Clan Castle's down. The Dark Elixir's down. And now they're going to shoot on the outside and start to... Oh, wow. Okay, they're going to take out the remaining portion of these storages. And, oh man, giant bomb just took out my goblins. It's fine though. We got the Barbarian King still going. He's going to take out that last gold storage, and it looks like the Archer Queen's actually going to reach this elixir storage. That's great. All right, awesome. So the Queen's already taken out this remaining storage, and that's really about all the resources left on this base. So yeah, if you pay attention to the timing and the funneling here, it's not a matter of just dumping your goblins in and hoping for the best. It's really a matter of patience and understanding where your troops are actually going to go. Test it out and let me know what you think about this strategy down in the comments below, and good luck. Get out there and get those resources and upgrade those heroes and walls, and as always, you take care.